Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? All right. See, I don't know what's going on with this technical difficulty. I do believe the devil is trying to block us, but we're not going to let it happen today.
I think it's Florence.
It might be Florence. It might be all that water. I don't know. Mr. Mites, how are you? Miss Donadio, welcome to our show.
Hello.
Miss McKean, we're on CP time today. I don't know what the devil's trying to do, but we're not going to let it happen, okay? Can you hit the rewind on this jam one time?
Rewind.
This will be the second time we've started this show, but we will follow through. Okay? Miss Swing, she's keeping us on tabs. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So you might catch 2, 3, 4 videos, but I'll direct you to the right one. Okay? Okay? Listen. We're going to go back to the top.
To the top.
Because we're professionals.
Okay.
We're professionals.
20.
Take 22. Okay? But listen, for real, this is Just Sayn with Philip Alexander. I appreciate you bearing with us. Yes. I appreciate you harassing us to make sure we get it right. Okay. This is Just Sayn with Philip Alexander. This is my co-host Gladys Perkins. Hi. She's been everywhere in Fredericksburg. She's been on TV. She's been on film. She's a mother. She is a comedian, although she doesn't think she is. She doesn't know it yet, but she's a comedian. And she's going to be my co-host. Give them one fact about you they don't know.
I have 9 children.
That's what she said. She said she had 9. Okay.
I have 9 children.
You got people giving you shout outs. She said, hey, Gladys! Okay, so she's got 9 kids.
I have 9 children.
Look, and then clapping in the background. Yes. Yes, our studio audience is ranting and raving over here. Yes. See, our studio audience just can't get enough. Yes. Oh. Yes, 9 kids. Yes. And you have raised them flawlessly to be productive citizens of America.
They are productive. Yes.
Don't they?
Several of them have businesses.
Go ahead. You got 2 seconds. Give it to us. What do they do? The businesses.
Okay. I have one son who has 2 ABA basketball teams that we're trying to put together, and that's coming along very well. Another son who has a perfumer business that he creates the scents himself, and he can personalize your own scent. I have a son who has a management company for sports management.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So it seems like they're all busy making money.
I can't forget my nephew.
Okay.
Psycho Panda.
Right. All right. You see the love right here.
The streetwear.
We're doing Christmas. We're doing love all year long. We're not playing games with it. As we always start our show, we always give one positive word or quote. Go ahead and hit it.
Make the most of every situation. Make the best.
Every legal situation. Don't get it twisted. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it
I should have said legal. Right?
Yeah. Because, people just run
legal.
off of things these days. Don't get them twisted, okay? On today's show, which, by the way, we have snacks provided by the local Weiss Market. Praise the Lord for Weiss. They'll be there for you when you need them. Mm-hmm. On today's show, we have our top 10 fall destinations. Now, we didn't pick these destinations, so don't get mad, but America voted on their top 10 fall destinations.
And I wonder who they asked. They didn't ask me. I'm sure they did.
I didn't even know they were doing the thing. They didn't tell us they were taking a vote.
No.
But we're about to let you know what people decided.
Chose.
Also, can you pull up this information right here for us? I have my co-host do a little homework for us, so she's going to stand by and get that prepared. Also, we're talking about fall recipes. Why am I holding this like this? Like it's just a little like something. We're talking about fall recipes and trends. So last week we talked about what your favorite Thanksgiving dish was and a few other cocktails that are popular for the fall. And this year, this episode, we're going to talk about fall recipes in general and trends. Also, as you know, we have our general announcements. We're going to be doing some birthdays, and we're going to get to our co-host, Angela Donadio. Listen, she is a busy woman. She's got 1,000 things going on, and sometimes I can't even keep track of what she's got going on. She is an international speaker, recording artist, and advocate for deprived pastors' wives and children in Africa. A survivor of 2 near-death experiences, she is passionate about motivating others to make your life matter. Make your life matter no matter what. As a women's pastor and ordained minister, she serves alongside her husband, Dale, lead pastor of a thriving church. She's an adventure junkie, mom to 2 young adults, and blogs regularly at www.angeladonadio.com. And if you're wondering where I'm getting this information from, because I did not memorize it, I'm getting it right here. Let me show this to you. Ooh, can we get that on there? Can we get that on there? I hope that you can see that. If not, you can always send me an email at justsayinglive@gmail.com. You can also go onto my page right now. If you've got any questions about this book or how to order it, you can go to amazon.com. I will tell you, she is the #1 reigning queen on the bestseller list for new released books. So that means you have to get it. And I was watching a video online the other day where they were having a publishers meeting, and there was only like 7 books on the table, and of course this was one of them. So that's a big deal now. You know what I mean? That's a big deal. But go ahead, hit us. Can you give us our #1 fall destination?
1, I'll say number 10. They started with number 10. So
okay.
Let me go all the way to the bottom. And the #1 travel destination. Okay, hold on. Bear with me. New York City. USA.
New York City?
New York City.
Have you been to New York City?
Oh, absolutely.
What was your favorite memory?
I have a sister who lives there. Oh, favorite memory of New York. I ate at a restaurant that makes their pastrami the way they did back in the 1800s, and it is just melt in your mouth, and I can't even remember the name of it, but it was so good. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but oh, just wonderful, mouth-watering.
Don't you love how the music just comes in like that? Oh man, my programmer just has it on.
Spreading the news
with my Africa tea,
and I didn't get that taste.
Ooh la 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 woo woo. Come on, you guys, just sway back and forth one time with us.
New York. Uh-oh.
Doesn't this remind you of Christmas and the big Macy's windows? And okay, let's come back to Earth. We're not there yet. Okay. What's our other destination?
#2. Italy. Siena. #3, Quebec, Canada. Yay. Haven't done that either. Next one. Santorini, Greece.
Now, my mother's husband is from Greece, but I don't think he was from Santorini.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like an orange. Like a tangerine. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Bordeaux, France.
Bordeaux, France. Okay.
Okay.
Buenos
Aires.
Look at the picture,
Argentina.
though. I wish you got. Can we show this to you real quick? This is what you think, Oh man.
Can you see?
Ooh, I don't think they can see it.
Well, it changed. Anyway.
It's just all the different colors painted all the way down the street. Looks really, really nice.
The houses. Wow, I didn't know they did that. That's #6. #7 is Maui. #7. Okay. #8 is Mexico. #9, Munich, Germany. And #10, Shanghai, China.
Shanghai.
Yeah, Shanghai.
I've been to Japan. I lived there, but I've never been to Shanghai.
But that's China and Japan.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
they're still in the same region.
You're just saying you've been to Japan. I've never been to the place.
Okay, so top 10 fall. Listen, do you guys have any comments about your top 10 fall? I see we have a few people watching. I know that this will continue on, but if you got any comments, even places that you have been thus far.
Oh, yes.
And we have someone watching from work on their 15-minute break. So we're going to give you some laughs on your 15-minute break, okay? But yes, okay, so let's move on. You want to move on to our fall recipes and trends?
Oh, yes.
Now, if you can go ahead and pull a moment or two up on your thing while I go into another moment real quick.
Yes.
I just want to let you guys know we are having a glove, hat, and scarf drive, all right? And it's going to be through Fredericksburg, Stafford, and Spotsylvania. We're going to collect things for needy families. If I can show you this real quick, it's just a little blip of an advertisement that we've started, all right? So it's a glove, hat, and scarf drive. We're collecting for Fredericksburg, Spotsy, and we're collecting for Fredericksburg, Stafford, and Spotsylvania. And it's basically for needy families. I literally woke up one morning and was like, we should do something constructive. And I work at Funland, in case you didn't know. And truth be told, there's a lot of families who cannot afford to go to Funland. And so I think while we do sit on our nice plush couches and sip our hot tea and all of those things during the winter seasons, there are genuinely people who don't know how they're going to pay the electricity bill. And I think that if we could take 2 seconds in the season to really step outside of ourselves to consider somebody else, I think it'd be wonderful. Right. Honestly, anybody who would like to sponsor this event is welcome. You can hit me at justsayinlive@gmail.com, whether it be a monetary gift or even be your time. When it comes to the gloves, hats, and scarves, you could go to the dollar store. You could go to Five Below. Any of those donations will be accepted. We are partnering with Miji's Hope. Hope, okay. And so we just want to make a difference. You know, it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to be about it. And I think that we should definitely be in that climate right now of really putting to action the things that we talk about. So stay tuned for that. I will be sending out advertisements and all of those things. But if you want to get a hold of us now, justsayinlive@gmail.com, and I will be responding to you. I am excited for the things that will come, and I hope that you want to be a part of some positive change in our local community. All right, so stay tuned for that. But let's get back to our fall recipes and trends.
Yes.
Now listen, what is the thing that you every year can't wait to eat in the fall? You're like, dang, I need it to get a little cold outside because I'm ready to eat.
Oh,
what is that thing?
Soups. I love homemade soups.
You know what?
Yes.
I'm a lasagna person, but we do that all year round. Okay, it's just nice and hearty, and it just reminds me of my mom so much. Okay, what is one of those family trends that you do? So like, the in-house family recipe. Don't tell anybody. But that, like, my mom used to make pecan balls, the little cookies. Oh my gosh,
well,
so good.
In-house family thing that we all do. It's called refrigerator stew.
What is that? Let it get cold?
No, it's all the leftovers that you have, and you just combine it all in a pot on the stove and just cook it, and it's a stew. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. All the leftovers. Refrigerator stew. Trust me, it's good. I see you making faces.
Skeptical
but I'm telling you, no,
I'm the voice of reason.
It's
okay,
wonderful.
Hold up.
Trust me.
You can put an egg in there?
You can, if you like.
Green beans.
Do you have any leftover egg?
Lima beans?
You can put it all in there.
A neck bone?
Yes.
A
ham
rib.
hock.
A ham hock. A collard green. The people are clapping for your recipe, okay?
No, for real. You have to try it. Trust me.
Okay, now listen.
Trust me. The good thing about it, I'm not to cut you off. I'm sorry,
go ahead.
The good thing about it, it's everything that you've cooked, it's already seasoned. So you don't have to add anything else.
Very true.
You put it all together and let it marinate as its own, or what has already been seasoned. So don't add any other salt.
Listen, Gladys, you keep talking
wonderful.
about this food, and you're going to have a potluck at your house before you know it. Keep playing with us. Keep playing with us.
Refrigerator stew.
Keep playing. We all coming for dinner with forks and spoons.
Bring a bowl.
Bring
your own bowl.
And bring a piece of bread to sop all that stuff up with. Yes, Jesus. We're coming for dinner, okay? We are coming. She keep playing around. And I know some of y'all out there can cook too, so we're going to do a... Listen, after we do the drive, we're going to do a potluck hop around. We're hopping at people's houses for meals.
Yes.
Absolutely. And passing out tracts.
Yes.
Come on, let's get it. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. So I know you did some homework. What other juice did you find for us?
Well, look, pumpkin pancakes.
Listen, I was at Well, I can't advertise them because they didn't pay me. But pumpkin pancakes, I was at the store, it's in Central Park, and they have the whole, like it's this big full of pumpkin stuff, and they had pancakes and waffles and a whole bunch of stuff. People lose their mind for the pumpkin.
I know.
Are y'all down for the pumpkin?
Wait, but when did that become such a trend? What the world?
I think people sent their kids back to school early just to get to the pumpkin spice.
No, you know what I think it is? Honestly, they have so many pumpkins that they don't know what to do with it. So they promote this as the trendy thing. And now everybody's doing it. Pumpkin Cheerios.
Pumpkin everything.
Everything.
Pumpkin everything. What is a vegan pumpkin apple muffins?
Muffins, yes.
You know, I did have a vegan. Now, I was still investigating. I didn't know what made it vegan. I tried to ask the man. He couldn't. He said something about soy. I said, okay. But I was drinking a coffee beverage, and it was vegan.
Yes.
Now, I could go vegan because I need to lose a couple pounds, but I don't know about the vegan. But the vegan stuff, if it tastes all right, I could eat it. So maybe I need somebody to help me out with the vegan.
That was good. You said you
No,
liked
it was very good. But if it was made out of beans, I couldn't taste one.
Oh.
I'm just saying, I guess the vegans eat the beans, right? And the Brussels sprouts?
Yeah.
While I eat this cinnamon bun.
I'm
sorry.
I
don't think it's vegan.
No.
Okay.
Look,
what
they
else
have
we
the
got
waffles.
Savory pumpkin cornbread waffles with a piece of chicken on the side.
Wow.
What is that? Sweet potato almond butter muffins.
Oh, that sounds good. Sweet potato almond butter.
This is leading me to do a cooking show.
Okay.
We might have to do that.
Cashew frosting? Pumpkin cashew frosting. Now, whoever heard of that?
The vegans. Leave it for the vegans. I'm just saying, I don't want cashews in my frosting. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's kind of, okay.
Date sweetened apple pie. And even the audience is clapping in the background. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay? I'm just keeping it real. Okay.
Not the only one.
Ooh, what is that with the brown sugar pears steel cut oats?
Okay. So the oats were cut.
So if you don't have time for that, you can always go to aisle number 6 and go ahead and get Mr. Quaker, because everybody's familiar with that. Okay. All the steel cut boots and oats, and that's a little much. Okay.
Oh. Butternut squash salad.
Butternut squash salad. Now, weren't you talking about a squash or zucchini spaghetti?
No, it was yes, it was.
Is that
spaghetti
vegan?
Squash?
Are you vegan?
Am I?
No. Are you vegan?
Am I?
Yes.
No, but I could stand to lose a couple pounds, so maybe I need to do that.
Prayer and deliverance. You know, we have to pray about that one.
Gluten-free butternut squash banana bread.
Okay, but you notice this is like a lot of fattening stuff. Butternut squash,
the bread,
Tom Kha Gai soup, vegan and G. Okay, listen, where is the fat kid treats? There's all this vegan stuff.
Oh,
no baked creamy pumpkin pie.
That's
okay. Well, listen, y'all's fall's recipes and trends.
Mostly pumpkin, a little squash.
But it's not for the people who want to eat.
Well, sweet potato granola.
This is for like the sippers and the snackers and the you know, like
it says simple.
The people who like to eat teaspoons of meals. I like to. Can we eat?
You want to eat
Let's
the whole plateful?
Yeah, you know, big old bowl of some stuff, not a teaspoon of here, and then I go burn it out, and 20 minutes later I'm hungry. We're not doing that. Okay, we can't do that.
A whole big old bowl.
We can't do that.
Yeah,
we cannot do that. So listen, can you pull up some facts real quick on what's going on with this hurricane? Because we might as well get to it, okay? Yes, we just pulled up a picture of Interstate 95 near Richmond, and it looked like people were waiting for the drive-in movie theater. Mm-hmm. In the middle of the interstate. Now, I'm not making fun of anybody. If you need to get out of harm's way, please exit your immediate area. I do believe that all the hotels in this area are sold, so you might want to go a little bit further north or head to the West Coast. That might be fine too, although they're dealing with fires and hurricanes and earthquakes and things. So you might just need to get in your basement and pray, because I don't know where you can hide, where you might be safe. There might not be anywhere to hide. But hide your kids, your wives, your husbands, and the dog. Don't leave the dog outside. Where's Chewy at, as a matter of fact? But, yeah, listen, we're just going to give you a couple things about what's going on with that, and then we will move along to our further general announcements. and some birthday wishes, and then we will get on to what you're all waiting for. Yes.
Wow, some people are opening their home to.
It says, welcome to... Okay, so these people are opening their homes to Hurricane Florence evacuees.
Wow.
The Boltons, standing from left to right, opened her Tennessee house last year to 26 people evacuating from Hurricane Irma. So this year, all four live in mountainous areas hundreds of miles inland from the East Coast, and all have just offered their homes to some of the more than 1 million people facing mandatory evacuation orders as Hurricane Florence takes aim at the coast of Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. So if you got a couch, you got a basement, or a bed, hey, call a friend. Okay?
Yeah, especially if you're out of the path.
Listen, this would be me, but we did this one summer. It says, when trampolines become beds. Last year, Leah Van Buren Bolton opened her house in Kingsport, Tennessee to 26 people evacuating from Hurricane Irma. We're human and people need help. When people need help, you help them, she told CNN. Bolton also owns a trampoline park called Quantum Leap Trampoline Sports Arena. So anybody who wants to go to the trampoline, go and support them. About 20 minutes away from her family home, she's planning to first fill her house with evacuees, then open the trampoline area for up to 70 more people. Pets are welcome, so bring your pit bulls in and your poodles. We slept on those trampolines many times for lock-ins and our kids' birthday parties. They're actually, I know, can we give a round of applause to Miss Bolton? She is really doing some community service down there.
Awesome.
It says she's planning to first fill her house with evacuees and open the trampoline area for up to 70 more people.
Up to 70 more.
Bring your poodles and your pit bulls. Yeah. We slept on those trampolines many times for lock-ins and our kids' birthday parties are actually pretty comfortable. She said, with over 1 million people needing a place to stay, how can we not let them when we have 71 beds open? It's just simple.
Kudos.
She has resources and she's meeting a need. It's that simple. She's not really going anything out of what she already has, but she sees that she could benefit someone else. So I encourage everyone to do that.
Right. And
look around your house.
Whoever ends up at her place, be thankful and help out. Don't just take a bid.
Look, there's one more. Rustic lodging in the mountains. Jim Gregory owns a hostel and campground on almost 2.5 acres next to the Appalachian Trail and Watauga Lake just outside of Hampton, Tennessee. He previously lived in Florida for 13 years and has been through several hurricanes.
Okay. Wow.
And then the other caption says we all need to do our part, which we already stated. So clearly, like-minded people are trying to get together to help those who need help. So definitely do that, which does bring us back to our drive. Because honestly, we started this drive before this hurricane was even coming through.
Exactly.
And now it's kind of turned on this other thing because there are a lot of people now who will need these resources in-state and out-of-state. Yes. So... you know, we're always going through our closets. We're living in a lap of luxury, although we might not think that we do, but we have a lot of excess. A lot of excess sitting around. Really do. So, you know, how can that excess benefit somebody else who doesn't have that or who's struggling? That's awesome, though. Yes. I want to go to the trampoline. Now, listen, can you jump on trampolines in the middle? Like, no, is it 24 hours? Can we save one trampoline to actually jump on? Well, you know, that would be all.
I'm sure.
I'm just saying, like, you know, the kids got to burn the energy somehow. Can we just save one? I mean, I am just saying. Right. Can we save just one trampoline? I mean, I digress, but you understand, okay? Any general announcements? Anything you read in the newspaper today? Anything going on in Fredericksburg, Spotsylvania, Stafford? Anything going on in D.C.? Anything going on with our president that we dare talk about? Anything else?
I don't have anything except for I would like to mention again that traffic jam that's on 95. It's really bad. I mean, I don't know where they're headed.
You know what? I wouldn't go north or south. I would go west. For real. I would go west. And I know a lot of people are coming to this area, but I don't know what they're talking about, but I feel like we're going to get the same type of, you know, stuff. So, like, I wouldn't go up the coast. I would go in. Right. That's me,
Tennessee, though. I didn't know that the hurricane wasn't scheduled to hit there. I didn't know that.
Tennessee? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm assuming it'll probably taper off once you get to that point. Probably. But how can we predict what the Lord wants to do? I know, right? So, for real, who knows what may happen with that storm?
And I'm still not sure the weatherman has it right.
Well,
I mean, you know...
Listen.
Wasn't it sunny today? Mm-hmm. It was so sunny.
It was hot, but yet it's about to thunderstorm. See, I don't know. I'll give it over to Jesus because it's not. I mean, how do we know?
That's his work. That's his business.
Any birthdays? Any birthdays that you?
The 25th of September is, I believe, my brother Robert.
Okay.
And then the
Happy
24th,
birthday.
the 24th is my Aunt Karina. So I know that.
Aunt Karina. We've got one today, Brittany Steiner.
Oh, happy birthday.
It's her birthday. She was the one who's sitting at work, probably laughing at us.
Happy birthday.
probably pull her coworkers in. But it's her birthday. I've known her for the longest time.
Oh, what's today's date? The 12th. Okay, the 13th, if I have it right, is my niece, Cynthia Latard. So
okay.
I'll be calling you, girl.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Eve.
We need to start something, and maybe this will be the jump off, but for our birthday people, we need to send them a little something. So maybe we need to get something together. Co-host, we need to ponder that one.
Ponder it.
Well, let me give you the last bit of rundown. Can we talk about our sponsor real quick?
Our sponsor, Psycho Panda Streetwear. Psycho Panda. And he makes all types of things. It's just wonderful.
Was you about to show them the back of that?
Yes.
No. Oh, praise the Lord. We're still working on her. We're still working on her. We can't show you the back of her shirt.
So nice.
Now this is streetwear, but she kept it street. Okay, so
Wait. It came like this. I didn't make it. It came.
It's
nice.
Listen, I love the clothing line. This is for the late night. We're trying to keep this for Jesus right now. So not late night, but this is for like a festive occasion with a beverage in your hand, hanging out with your homies. We're going to try to keep it sanctified. That's what we're trying to tell you. But listen, we love our new love.
Psycho
Look at this though. It
Panda
says love.
Streetwear.
The Psycho Panda is our new sponsor. He's got some. See, look, she's going to do it anyway. Look, she's going to do it anyway. See, can't take her nowhere. But, now I do like it. But,
it is nice.
But yeah, so we have a new sponsor. We've got an old sponsor. We've got more sponsors. We're looking for you to be a sponsor.
Please be a sponsor.
A sponsor just involves any products that you have, whether you're a clothing line, whether you are graphic design, whatever you do. It's just marketing and advertising. So if you want to be a part of what we're doing and get some more exposure, look, we got the big Donadio done tuned in. But if you want some extra exposure with what you have going on, feel free to contact us. Just sayinglive@gmail.com, and we will get those details to you, and we will get it going. Can we move into what everyone is waiting for and what I'm excited about? Because there's too much to talk about and not enough time, okay? But I want to give you the rundown real quick, and then we will have her come on. Our guest today is Donadio. I have known her since I probably was, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. I remember when she came to our church. I was the only black person at our church. And I was like, dang, who are these random people that blew on in? And literally, they totally changed the whole entire momentum of, at the time, Spotsylvania Assembly of God. Now it's River of Life Worship Center. For real, I learned everything I know from music, basically from her, in professionalism and excellence. And so she has been a big part of my life, and just watching her grow and 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right?
And but she listen, if you don't know her, you gotta know her. You need to just stay on her page. She's always got stuff going on. She's always literally thinking about other people, and she's really never thinking about herself. Nice. She's always trying to make herself available to how she can bless other people. But I'm not going to keep talking. I'm going to let her come on and tell you what's going on. So if we could welcome Miss Angela Donadio to our show. Let's give her some room.
Come
Let's
on
move
in the
on
room.
over.
Come on in the room.
Come on in the room.
This is the place to be.
Hey. Yes. Okay. You've got so much going on.
I'm so excited to be here. Aren't they amazing? And that 95. I feel so sorry for you guys if you're on 95.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
yes.
We're praying for you. We're praying for you. We're praying for you. And if you need a bedroom, we'll hook you up. She's stranded on the side of the road. We cannot have
Please
that.
don't. Phone a friend. Phone a friend if you're on 95. You need some help. Maybe we can try to get some things going on around here, but phone a friend.
I can't offer a bed, but I can offer some space. So,
and some refrigerators too.
Yes,
I know all those freezer supplies, animals, and you need dog food.
Bring a blanket.
Bring a blanket and a pillow. Phone a friend. We try to get you worked on, get it situated.
You are seriously in our prayers. In fact, I was just in North Carolina, like Duck. One
That's
of the main
right.
areas. I was just there 3 weeks ago, actually working on my next book. I'm already writing for it. I'm under contract, and so somebody graciously gave me their beach house for the week to research, not even a mile from the beach.
Oh, wow.
And so I saw that it's in the path, and I don't know. I'm praying for all you guys. We're just hoping it's gonna stall and then move on out.
Yes.
Go away. Go away. We don't want you.
Pull a jackknife.
We don't want you, Florence. Sorry, Florence. Go away.
Not welcome.
You're not. Take your flows somewhere else.
Right. Get out of here. Okay, so with you, listen, I want to talk about all things, but I want to talk about first what got you to this book. Okay. And the name of the book is Finding Joy Where Life is Out of Focus. Maybe actually you can see it better now. Yes. Finding
when life is out of focus.
There you go. I want to talk about what got you. Can I put this right there? Sure. Can you hold it? I want to talk about some pivotal things in your life that got you to this book.
Sure. Well, thank you guys for having me tonight.
Yes.
A few years ago, I got really ill. So I don't know if you were here then. I think you were around at that time.
I think I was.
We go so far back, we don't know.
I know.
That's how far back we go.
We're trying to chase our dreams.
We don't know. We don't know what year it was. 2001 and 2003, I'm a survivor of two near-death experiences where I nearly lost my life. And both here at Mary Washington, doctors did the best they could. The first time I nearly hemorrhaged to death after a surgery. And then the second time I was diagnosed with a really rare disorder. And at the time, I just didn't understand why I was going through it. I'm sure people that are watching going through things, even the people on 95, why do things happen like this, Right. And so it was a rough time. I started writing just kind of cathartically, to kind of work through my own feelings. And some of that turned into songs. So I had a CD from that time period, and then I had a second CD called It's a New Day when I was kind of on the other side of it. And then I'm just a big journaler. I was, writing for me, journaling. I get those big 3-ring binders and journal. And one day I was downstairs in my basement having my quiet time and talking to God, and I felt like He said to me, you need to really be intentional about your joy, because all that was coming at me was just really trying to steal my joy. So I thought for a few minutes, and I thought, well, where should I be looking in the Bible if I want to really stay in joy? I mean, the best thing you can do is ground yourself in who God says you are. Then you're going to have joy. Happiness is like fleeting. You're having a good day. You got some refrigerator stew. You're happy. Next day, some vegan something. It's all gone. Hot mess of a pancake, whatever that was. Our happiness just left the building.
We just got to the vegan meal. We were
no, this girl likes to eat. So happiness is fleeting. It rises or falls based on our circumstances. So joy is that inner peace that you can have no matter what is going on. And that's not easy to come by. So I started reading the book of Philippians, which is a really tiny book in the New Testament. It only has 4 chapters. So if you've never read the Bible, start there. It's simple. It's 4 little chapters. Paul wrote it, and he was in prison at the time for nothing that he did except just talking about the good news of who Jesus was, and it landed him in prison. And he wrote back to a church that he had planted. And he was a missionary, and he'd gone on a missionary journey. And he had, really loved this church. So he's sitting in prison, he's under house arrest, and he's writing a letter back to them, encouraging them. And he's telling them, no matter what you go through, keep rejoicing. You can have joy. And a verse that a lot of people know, and if they don't know the Bible a lot, is I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. That verse is in Philippians. And it's in the context of when you understand how to be content no matter what's going on, then you can have joy. Then you can do whatever. You can persevere even through what some of the people are going to persevere through this weekend. Not because of circumstances, but in spite of circumstances. So I started journaling for me because I needed to stay in joy. And I would just take a verse, I would read a verse of Philippians, and I would write about it. Well, this went on for months, and I had the whole 3-ring binder full.
Wow.
And I thought, man, maybe I have a devotional or something. And I sent it to some people. Long story short, I finally went to a conference, got a literary agent, they shopped it around, and that took a while, and I got discouraged. So, you know, there might be people watching who feel like maybe you have a dream that you feel like something that's in you, and it takes a while. It starts kind of, you know, languishing, and you get frustrated or you get discouraged. And I almost just said, you know what, maybe it was just an exercise in writing, and it's just for me, and that's okay, and I'm going to move on. And my agent called and said, I have a publisher. And so it became the book that you have now. It was really just out of my own, like, personal time with God. So my kind of why I share that is, like, I didn't set out to even be an author. I set out to stay in joy from me. Right. And so when we're, like, trying to dig in for ourselves, God will bless that, and then he'll find an audience because you're wanting to share that positive message. Right. So it released not even 2 weeks ago. It'd be 2 weeks ago on Saturday. Crazy. And it was the #1 new release in New Testament Bible studies. Is that crazy?
Wow. Dude.
Like, they sold out on Amazon.
For real, and that's crazy.
My publisher's like, how many books do you have in stock? Like, we're going to have to go to a second print. I'm like, no way.
That quick. So, it just flew off the rack.
I am like over the moon. And that just tells me, you know what that tells me? Is that people need joy. And people are hungry for it, and in fact, my subtitle is A Study of Philippians for Joy-Thirsty Women. Now, honestly, anybody can benefit from
that's what we were talking about last week, that, you know, and it's always interesting when people say or classify something specifically for one gender or the other, but it never really is. It never is, because there's something that's beneficial in every book for every person or wherever you might be in life. So absolutely, we talked about that last week, and I was like, no, this is a book for everybody. You know, everyone, you know, is joy-thirsty, so absolutely. You know, definitely go get this. Go get it. Amazon. Okay, so then we got to the point where, you know, you were taking your notes and just kind of letting the Lord use you. Yeah. And you got to the point where you got the book. So we got the publishing. You got the deal. You got to really open up to people and know that this was going to be able to really move people. But what is the best? Give me 2 things in this book. You know, we can't give it all away. We don't even want to do that. But give me like 2 things, or two chapters that really meant the most to you, or 2 moments in this book that meant the most to you.
Well, it's divided into 9 chapters. You can do it like a daily devotional. So it's day 1 through 5 for 9 weeks. If you want to do it that way, you can go longer, take it, you know, shorter, longer. But the first chapter, I do share what happened to me. So I talk about, you know, nearly dying, and I talk about just how that changed me. And, you know, I'm not the same person that I was before then. Right. A lot of us have been through stuff. Right. You know, we've been through stuff. You and I have been through a lot together. We're still here.
We're still here.
That's because we're not vegan.
Because he's keeping us, though. And
that's why we're here, because we're not vegan.
We need our sustenance. We need that.
We're here because of Jesus. That's the only thing. Jesus and meat.
Nothing but, yes.
But no, I do share that in the first chapter, because I honestly, people could look at me and they could maybe see my life and go, oh, she's got everything going for her. She doesn't have any problems. You never know. You never know.
You make those assumptions, but you never know.
You never know what's going on the other side.
Exactly right.
So I wanted people to know my personal walk with struggling with joy was through health. It could be finances for somebody. It could be a relationship. Right. You know, whatever it is, pain is pain. Right. Mm-hmm. And so I share that right away, and because I want people to know it's kind of like my street creds. Like, I've been maybe not exactly where you are, but I have been in the trenches. I'm no different with you. I'm not an authority on all things joy. I'm just telling you my personal experience, and I'm going to give you what the Bible says that I know is going to encourage you. Right. The back page, and says, look through the lens of God's perspective and love the life you see. Wow. So my challenge to people is that they can love the life they see. Now, a lot of us look at our circumstances, we don't like it. All you need to do is get on social media, you'll find out people do not like their circumstances. Right. So I'm not saying we always love what we're looking at, but when we can get a new perspective on something, then I'll give you an example. The other night, my husband, I love him dearly, he just walked in the door. He's wonderful talent in a lot of ways, not handyman, okay? So I told him like a month ago, hey, I think the smoke alarm's going out in my bedroom, our bedroom, because it's beeping, right? You know, it's like, I won't do it because it's super annoying. Yeah. But you know the sound, right? So he went and got the batteries, and the batteries made it into the van, but the batteries didn't make it into the house. So I'm sleeping the other night, and it goes off, you know, in the middle. It's like 3 in the morning. I don't know why it doesn't go off at 5 in the afternoon. When you
the most inconvenient time.
Yeah, it has a mind of its own.
I'm going to wait till you're asleep and I'm going to get you.
Hashtag conspiracy. So I'm like livid. I mean, I get up and I'm like, you did not change the dang battery on the smoke detector, right?
Yeah.
I don't get sleep. I'm fully awake now for an hour, and I'm crabby the next day. And then I thought, you know what? Here's perspective. I have a house.
Amen.
That has a bedroom.
Well.
That has a smoke detector.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? My house didn't burn down. I'm here. So what I'm saying is, whatever we're dealing with, I do a lot of missions work in Africa. I've been 16, 17 times now. I don't know why it's not on the top 10 list, because Africa is amazing. I love it.
That is very true, because Africa's got a lot.
You know, it's hard to get to. It's expensive.
That is true.
And I raise support to get there. But Tanzania, Kenya, I mean, it's beautiful. The people are beautiful. The country is beautiful. The continent is beautiful. But I see people who have nothing.
Yes.
Y'all, I'm talking nothing. One of my first trips, I'm in this little tiny mud hut, and it's a pastor, a village pastor. He literally had nothing, Gladys. And I look up on the wall, and he's got, like, with colored markers, like blue and then a yellow letter, he's written out, I thank you, God, for all my possessions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, like, what possessions?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you have no running water.
Absolutely.
You have no toilet. You have nothing. You've got rice, maybe a pot of chicken that's going to last for a week. So it's all about perspective. And so that's a real big takeaway of the book is you can change your perspective. Your circumstances may not change, but your perspective can change. The way you look at it, perspective is everything. In fact, I talk in one chapter about taking a hot air balloon ride that I'd always wanted to do. I finally did it.
I want to do that.
It was crazy. And I get up, 1,200 feet in the air, and I just thought, I have a different perspective up here. And it was just that a visual of what we all need sometimes a shift in our perspective. And that's what this book will do for you. It'll just give you a shot in the arm, a shift in your perspective to say no matter what you're going through, you're going to make it. And God is always fighting for you, so you can't go wrong with that, right?
Right.
And then you can play her CD.
Yeah.
You can play her CD after that and have a gospel moment.
My
and really,
lyrics are in there too. All the songs that I wrote, they're all woven throughout. At the end of every chapter, I have lyrics of song that kind of go with what I was talking about. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, and look,
y'all know he does sing. Like the three of us sing. We got some
but
Riverside
listen,
action going here.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yes, it
Wait
is.
till Christmas. We got some things cooking. It's coming. It is definitely coming. Yes. It's coming. I'm telling you, stay tuned. We got some things coming.
Yes.
Okay, so but after the book, and it's all said and done, you have been grateful for what you have, and your perspective has changed. Where do you go from there with that?
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself uplifted? How do you get involved? Maybe give us a verse or something, or other than Philippians, though, something that sticks with you when you're having that down moment to really hold up.
You read it on my bio, but I write a blog, a monthly blog that's just an encouragement, inspirational blog, and it's called the M&Ms of Life, and it stands for Make Your Life Matter No Matter What. So, having nearly lost my life, I feel like, you mentioned I'm an adventure junkie, like every day is a gift. So make your life matter no matter what. No more excuses. People can give you every excuse why woulda, shoulda, couldn't, can't, don't want to, whatever. No more excuses. Make your life matter no matter what. And whether that's the glove, hat, and scarf drive, which we're hoping River of Life is going to be part of, whether it's getting involved in community. These people that are giving up their homes, I mean, come on, they turn into a trampoline park.
I know.
I mean,
and we got one right around the corner. So, I mean, whoever the owner is,
something.
Yes.
Hey,
So make your life matter no matter what.
Yes, isn't that similar to what we said at the beginning? The most positive.
You did.
Yes.
Make the best out of everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Legal. Everything.
Keep it legal. I think
make your life matter as long as it's legal.
I think that it's very practical, though, and I think even still with the way of the world, and whether you're here or you're there or whatever the case, but still, I think in the moments of large strife that we think is strife, it is finding the small things and keeping your joy and not getting overwhelmed and staying on your course, because some of these other things, you will never be able to change. So, yes, keep your joy, stay focused. I mean, I love that. I think, honestly, that's what has kind of kept me even going. I'm sure there's other people who can identify, Gladys, etc. That everyone gets in a pinch. Everybody has a bad day, but it's like even in that, I I was in California, and even when I had bad days, it's like, but listen, you know, there's somebody else who has it worse. And I would physically walk down the street and walk past people who had it much worse than me. So you do have to have that humility. You have to, like, you know, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord. I woke
breathing.
up this morning, I have air in my lungs.
And they get a
Still,
purpose.
you know.
Everybody has a purpose.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
something you've been through, now you're going to be able to speak to somebody else's pain, and you're going to encourage them. You're going to have a perspective on something that I wouldn't have had because I didn't walk in your shoes, and vice versa. That's why there's so much beauty and diversity in sharing what we uniquely have with somebody else. Don't minimize the gift that you've had. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. I think a lot of people do. They downplay it, but they don't recognize, even still, large or small, and whether you've been through something I haven't or vice versa, but everyone can share and everyone can learn. What do you got going on next? Where are you going? I mean, you're always traveling. I know. She's so international.
Hopefully I'm coming near you.
What you got? I know. Where are you going?
I'm working on my next book. The deadline to get the manuscript in is February 2nd.
Okay,
I can't say what it is yet, but it's going to be great. It's another Bible study. You're going to love it. It's going to
come back with an exclusive.
Yeah, I'll tell you when it's ready. I will be back in Africa next year.
Cool.
So I'm excited about that. I'll be back in Ghana, West Africa. I'll be in Pennsylvania speaking. I'm going to be just kind of up and down the East Coast, some here.
Ghana, yeah. I know people.
Go Black Stars. So yeah, just, you know, wherever, whatever open door. Just Monday night, I was with just 18 girls, and it's great to hit like the #1 on Amazon. Those things are great, but it was just as meaningful for me to sit with 18 girls who are pulling themselves back up out of substance abuse.
Absolutely.
And, you know, bad decisions that landed them in jail. And because somebody donated, I was able to give every single one of them a copy of the book.
Who donated? Give them a shout out.
They don't want them to be known.
Oh, they don't want me known.
Oh,
well, thank you, donation, for blessing people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Point blank said, give it to women who cannot afford to buy a book.
Awesome.
And some of them already wrote me on Facebook, and they were like, I'm digging in. I'm, you know, a few pages in. And when I went there Monday night, one of the girls that comes into this group had just OD'd on heroin over the weekend.
Wow.
And so I looked at these girls and I said, this is my second time seeing them, and I had given them the books, and I said, I don't want to get another text message with one of your names on that message.
Absolutely.
I don't want to hear that another one of you has gone. So whatever you have to do, what I encourage them is just do the next right thing.
Yeah.
Put one foot in front of the other, do the next right thing, and then the next right thing. I'm not minimizing it. It's hard to get out from under stuff. But that was just as meaningful. I'll go wherever the door opens. If it means one more person is going to get their foot across the threshold into being
You're saving lives.
Absolutely. And so and
even when you don't want to read it, and that's that person like in the corner, like you know, still it's like it's still get whatever you can get when you get it, and let it marinate. You know, and we were laughing last time because it's like. When I first got this book, I was like, okay, this is going to be great. And I flipped to the last page and I was like, oh, 200 pages. Okay, quick. I can read this. I can read this just like this. And then I got back to the front and I was like, oh, praise the Lord. Okay, this is a study. Let's marinate on this one. Right. But that's the thing. It's like, I feel like for it to be effective and really to soak in, this is something you should marinate on. And a lot of us do. We read books like we read magazines, and we do this.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Or we jump to the juice and we keep on moving. Or we're looking at the pictures and, oh, look at the caption and keep moving. But this is one of those where you need to marinate. And I think, honestly, if you're a person who needs to strengthen your joy, then this is something you should marinate on and not speed through.
But that's why it's bite-sized. Like it's by day.
Yes.
Because I think we get intimidated and then we give up. We're like, I'm 10 pages in. Just bite-sized. 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you can do. Your coffee.
Whatever time you got. You're on your work break.
Your Tiavana tea.
Right.
Your African in a cup. And your chapter, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
And you're going to be better for it. You know
I love that. And actually there are lines in here that you can write, leave notes. You know, my pastor always says, this is the classroom of God, so you can take some notes, you can highlight things. I think it's going to be really, really good. I'm excited. I started reading it. I haven't gotten as far as I would like to, but we got 30 days. We are reading this month. So
and if it takes you longer than 30, just read it.
No, absolutely. You probably should read it twice. You know, I mean, you know, just bathe in it. Twice. You know, I mean, you probably need to. You know, when you read through something once, you pick up a certain set of things. When you read through it again, you pick up other things you missed. And then when you get in front of a friend and you start to discuss, well, let the Lord use you. You know, so I think that I'm excited about this. Where can people find you? Because I was online and I saw that you're teaching a class.
I am.
So people who are local?
Yeah, if you're local, we're doing this on Wednesday nights at River of Life. We'll be doing it Wednesday mornings in the spring. AngelaDonadio.com, my website. Then go there. Yeah, you know what I was thinking when you were saying that, Phil, is I want to somehow figure out one of these shelters that's going to be housing people from the hurricane, and I want to go see if I can deliver some books. Because you know their life is out of focus right now.
And they don't know what they're returning to. That's the scariest part.
That's true. Or if they're returning to anything.
That, honestly, I would rather... I'm hard-headed, but I would rather ride out the storm in my house and watch the shingles fly off the walls than to leave and come back and everything is splat. I'm just saying.
Right. And
I'm just saying.
You know, like Dorothy and the Wizard.
I know, I was thinking that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know it's probably a very dangerous situation, but I'd be like, oh, my $500,000.
I know,
you know, then to just vamonos, and you never know.
Some of those homes on the beach, I mean, they're $1 million homes.
I know.
Yes.
But I'd rather them leave and be okay.
Yes,
but
we're not trying to risk anything.
maybe a door will open and I can find a way to get some to people who are really going to be in a rough, spot.
We'll contact the city.
Yeah.
Because they should know.
Yeah, especially people like Wilmington Duck, where I just was. Places that are close to my heart. Anybody.
And if you listen, we're going to put this out to the public too. If you know anybody that's up here from north, south, North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever, southern regions of the United States, and they've come, please forward us their information. Maybe we need to reach out to some people so we can find some more people. But absolutely, I think that would be great.
And also, or get a book for someone and send it to them.
Listen, Amazon.com. Go get the book.
They will get more in stock. I promise.
It's coming.
In need. How about someone locally that is in need and you know of them? Hey, hit us up.
Yeah.
And I'm excited though. Even still taking this to the jail, taking this to the prison, taking this to the, like I said, it always sticks with me of meeting people where they are. And so taking this book to where people are in their life or where they are geographically. That's right. Sometimes you can't really pull everybody out. You got to go to where they are. Sometimes there's that little bit of, I don't think I fit. People are going to judge. No, we meet you right on the street. You know what I mean? And hand you this book and bless you and give you some strength. So we're excited about that. Anything else that you want to just drop off?
No, I just want to encourage you guys. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for coming.
And we're about to head into holiday season, so what a season to make your life matter. Whether it's the gloves, the hats,
we always sing
scarves.
about joy in every Christmas song, and it's
involved.
like, listen, let's talk about a stocking stuffer.
Yeah. Oh, look at you.
See?
Yeah, I didn't even
with a
think
beautiful
to say
piece
that.
of jewelry and a stocking stuffer. Bless somebody.
Just wrap the can't say it. Stuff your stocking. Stuff your stocking. Stuff your stocking with joy.
Stuff your stocking. There's no more call going on. It's all about
stuff
joy.
Your stocking.
Joy.
Stuff your stocking. We're deliriously
It's a new movement. Okay.
Stuff your stocking with joy.
Stuff your stocking with these books. Listen, I don't ever want to see it come off of #1 on Amazon. Listen, go and get this. Buy two. It's a buy one, get one, but you're not getting it for free. Just buy two. Buy two. Buy one for yourself. Give one to somebody else.
Put a ribbon around it.
Put a ribbon around it.
And if you buy it if you buy it from my website, I can sign them. I can't sign it from Amazon, but if you want a signed copy, then go to my website and buy it. And
get the exclusive, Donadio.com. And if you can't spell it, all this information will be right down there on the bottom. So the links and all of that will be included. Yeah. If you are in the Fredericksburg area, maybe can you try to get like a box at River of Life? People just come and buy it right from the church.
Yeah,
maybe?
We're gonna figure that out.
We're gonna figure some things out. We'll give you all the details. I play your song. As we conclude, I would love for you to play. She's got a jam. It had us going a little. We were just feeling our jam earlier.
It's called Joy, though. So that's
the song is called Joy.
Appropriate.
Also, if you want to find some other music, I'm going to put her on blast. I typed her in a Pandora one day. She was on there. I told you that last week. I'm going to tell you again. She's got her own channel. If you go on Amazon.com, she's got a whole bunch of other music and books there that you can get from her. If you want to see her in color, you know, there's places you can do that too. Don't come with no foolishness. We got security. Don't do it, okay?
And my website tells you where I'm going to be. My website has my schedule. You can find me. Come show up. I want to meet you.
Yes, but act right. We got security. Don't do it, okay?
Behave.
Yes, put this right here.
Be legal.
Be legal.
Make your life matter as long as it's legal.
Give us, listen, we started with one positive word. And clearly we're talking about joy, and you're the bishop. So can you close us out, as we listen to this though, close us out with one positive something to get somebody through tonight and into tomorrow morning, hopefully waking them up, thinking about joy. Give us something.
I would just say, look through the lens of God's perspective and love the life you see. Love the life you see. Be thankful tonight. Be grateful tonight. You have so much to be grateful. At 11 o'clock every night, an alarm goes off on my phone and it says, I am grateful for. And it's just whatever kind of day, even if it's a terrible day, you can be grateful for something. So be grateful for something.
You need to start an app.
You can start an app.
With that.
$1.99.
Go ahead and get it now. Google.com. Be Grateful app.
After my second book, Be Grateful app. Seriously, be grateful. You have something to be grateful for tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much. This is Angela Donadio. This is my co-host Gladys Perkins. My name is Philip Alexander. This has been another episode. We're just bringing it to you real live and in color. It's just real conversations with friends about things going on in our lives, things going on in other people's lives, and the great things that they're doing. I don't know what's in store next week because it's always something fresh, but stay tuned. Like I said, if you want to send us any information, you can send it to justsayinlive@gmail.com. You want to find this pretty lady right here, www.angeladonadio.com. Gladys, you got a handle? We gonna get her a handle, okay?
I don't.
But Gladys Perkins at all things. Just type it in, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, wherever. You'll find her. I gotta get her together, okay? But I'm helping her, okay? But other than that, listen, for real, thank you so much. We're about to get up out of here because I know she wants to go to bed. She's probably like, get out of my house.
No, we love it.
But thank you so much. Listen, we got some snacks. Come get them. Come get them, all right? Come get us snacks. We've got our glove, scarf, and hat drive. I will give you more information about that. Amazon.com. Amazon.com. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
We will see you later. Have a good night. All right. Bye.